Hello. It is an absolutely glorious morning today, and it's the first day of autumn, and we actually had a ground frost this morning, which is much earlier because last year it wasn't until October the 11th. But I've brought some bulbs and I've got a few ideas of what I can do today.
After 25 years living in London, I've returned to my birthplace amongst the mountains of the South Wales valleys. Join me as I journey my new life with plans of growing my own food and ultimately creating my own homestead. Videos are posted every week, so if you like this one, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.
I was going to take these up to the mountain, but I think I'm going to plant them here. Now, one of my homestead neighbours called me yesterday, asked if I was coming down, so I said I'll pop down now. Got to get out and start to see people, don't you? So I came down and he had made me this little cross with Ollie's name on in order to put on the resting place, and it's a very nice touch. Very grateful, and I thanked him in person and just wanted to thank him again on the video. It really sets the touch off to that little area there. So I'm going to plant these. Now, something I did last week, which I can't remember whether I showed you or not now. It's a bit late, but I thought if I get them in sooner than later. I sowed some cabbage called Flower of Spring, and they've come through. Now, whether I've left it too late, I do not know, but we'll just see how time goes on. So we've got milk, we've got water for a cup of tea later. I'm not going to do shelves today. I fancy being outdoors and enjoying this heat. I've got the jumper on, first winter jumper. This is the one, I've had this for about 12 years I think, and there's the rusty little emblem on there. Talking about 10 years, I realised this morning that Amber and Topsy, they've got chips in the back of their neck, and I needed to update them. So I updated them this morning, and I didn't realise that on this information thing, it had the date that the implants were put in, but it also had the date of their birth, because I was a bit confused. Because I was told they'd been in the shelter for a year, 18 months before I had seen them. But according to this, they were born in April 2016. So next year they'll be 10 years old. So a lot older than I actually thought. They went out this morning. They realised how cold it was and they soon came back. But while I'm down here now, Amber is out in the garden somewhere. Although she did jump up on the wall and jump down the other side, so I'm not exactly sure where she is. But she's done it many times before, and there are no cars in the street today, which is weird. But what I'm going to do is, as soon as she gets back this evening, I have found a tracker. It's not a very good one, it's just something new. So the tracker I wanted cost too much money. I saw one, I can't remember who it was now, but there was a YouTuber who did a review of one, and at the end of the day you can see where the cat has been. It shows you, but the one that I've got is basically an AirTag, so I can only see where the cat is when I put the AirTag thing on. I'm just fascinated. I've got a feeling she jumps down the back of the wall in order to have a straight run on my side of the street, straight run up to a garden, rather than jumping over a fence going into somebody else's garden. I think she's got a quick way to get wherever she's going. Thinking about it now, I might have a suspicion where she is going, but it would be good just to find out. But anyway, it's a very hot day today and I can't get this open. It's going to be hot all week apparently, so if I've got the energy I will certainly crack on. So I'm going to put them here. Now, I can't go too deep because when I buried Ollie about a foot on top, after I put some fresh soil on top of him, stoneless fresh soil, and then put sort of a slab stone on top of that so that nothing could ever dig him up. And the slab stone is about 2 foot down, so I can't go too deep with these bulbs, but I'll go as deep as I can. In fact, it might be easier if I just, rather than digging individual holes, if I just took out a trench. Because when you put bulbs in, you should put them double the depth of the bulbs. Well, these are sort of mini bulbs, so they will look rather nice here. In fact, I might overplant the area. A little bit deeper. It's a beautiful day today though. Very nice start to autumn. And they do say that if you get a frost this early in the month, apparently it makes the colours pop a bit more on the trees. That the oranges become a bit more orange and the reds become a bit redder. So we'll see. Right, you know what? I'm just going to put them in like that. And there could be a riot of colour then next spring. And in fact, I'm not even going to turn them up the right way, because I have found over time they will soon sort themselves out. I was just thinking while I was coming down, a mole will get a very rude awakening if they travel 3.5 foot deep. All of a sudden they'll break through a little tunnel and they'll see this cat's face staring right at them. I'll give them a shock, wouldn't I? I did read that apparently they don't like daffodil bulbs, so it's quite good that I'm putting them here. There you go, put some stones there so we don't walk over the area. So already looking forward to seeing that now in the spring. Oh, I should really put the kettle on, shouldn't I? Unlike me, to start work without having a cup of tea first. And in fact, if I've got a bit of water, I've got to be careful of the back. If I've got a bit of water, I can't water them in. There you go. That'll do me. Right. Let me put that trowel somewhere safe, because I did have to look quite a few minutes for it just now. So what I will do is I'll put a screw in here. Ah, now somebody mentioned about a drill hammer set in or something. There you go, that can be the new home for the trowel. Right, let's pop that kettle on. Have the first brew of autumn. I must say, gas bottles are not as sturdy as they used to be back in the old days. In the old days, I used to get about 6 weeks out of a gas bottle. These ones seem to be finishing before they've even started. Right, what else do I need? I'll put some more water in. I think if you fill a kettle, okay, it's not to the top, but it's half. If you fill a kettle, then throughout the day, it doesn't take as long to warm up. Is that true, or is it a bit of nonsense? Right, gotta be careful putting the first... Is that on? Can't actually see because the sun. This is the problem now with autumnal sun. Makes it quite difficult to film because the light is so hard. Right, we'll have a nice cup of tea now and then find something else to gently do. Right, what's happened to the milk? It was fresh yesterday. It's frozen. The milk is frozen. It's so cold here. Oh, this is a new experience. Milk in a milk bottle. It is, so you can hear it. Never experienced that before. I've experienced when you go down in the depths of winter to your shed and the kettle is frozen. But I've never experienced frozen milk before. Every day is school day, as they say. Right, I've had to take my jumper off because I was a bit warm. But is it warm enough to sit out in it? Let's have a look. So I have some things coming in the post. I need to find a wiper to get rid of the previous... Oh, it's so bright to stand here. Whew. So we've got raspberries come in. We've got 10 cans of them. Then we have a loganberry. A Buckingham berry. What's that? I have to bring my sunglasses down. And it says, I'm a bit confused here. Then it says berry collection. Big and early. Then we have a sunberry. Oh, certainly got that today. I think that's just one. Just one of those. Then we have a raspberry. Right, so we've got 10 all gold. 10 polka. Oh, bring my hat down tomorrow if this weather continues. Then we have a blueberry. Blueberry. But we've only got one of those. Then we have a raspberry. Black Jewel, which is only one of those. So the one I'm not sure of is this loganberry. Right, I'm going to have to go inside because I can't actually see my phone. just got a text to say that a delivery is due at some point. Right. Berry collection. No, berry collection, not terry collection. So a berry collection is 1 blackberry, 1 loganberry and 1 Buckingham thornless tayberry. Right, so there's only 1 of each. So that is 10, 20. So that's 2 rows. Loganberry. Now, do you do a loganberry? How much space to give a loganberry? We go back in here. Whew. Loganberry. Space. 4 to 5 meters apart if the ground is open. Right, okay. So that's 1 row by itself for the loganberry. And for so each of the berry collections, which is 3, has a row to themselves. So that's 5 rows we've got so far. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we've got 10 posts. So the blueberry can go into a pot. The raspberry, that's a single. So that can go into a pot. Okay, right. Let's start working out where they're going to go. Now the order isn't coming until November, which is the best time for planting fruit. It's during the winter. So that's why I'm starting this now, just so I can take it slow and steady, and there'll be no mad rush to try and get it done when they do turn up. So I just want to see. Whew, look at these. You could paint these and have them in gardener's pencils, couldn't you? I just want to see at the moment how good the soil is. Now, I'm thinking I can put them here, start here, or even start there. And then, if I do end up putting a cage over, oh, that's nice breeze. If I do end up putting a cage over it, then it would look good on this side. But if I start up this end, if I only get 3/4 of the way down, I can still use the open ground for sprouts or cabbages, and there's still enough sunlight. But if I put all these down there, then I'm going to shade whatever I grow here. So this could move into a semi-shaded flower and herb border, which will actually be quite good. So let me get my spoons, as my London friend calls them, and let us see, because nothing's ever been put on this side except a pumpkin, which didn't do that well. Right, so where would they start? There's a bit of a brick wall there, so they would start here. Now, I will weed it in time, but I just want to see how hard the soil is. Because the other side, I seem to remember, there were quite a few stones in it, so hopefully this is a lot easier, because I think 3 foot needs to go into the ground, especially 2 foot. Oh, there's a stone already. This is why I wanted to start this 2 months before. So when I come down, I can just do maybe a haul a week. I think there might be slab stones here because I can feel this moving. This will certainly drive the moles away. I remember talking to the previous owner who had an allotment here, and she said there's about 2 foot of topsoil, and then you end up going down into the stones. As long as it's not clay though, which is what the London plot was. Now I think these are 8 foot. So I'm 5'11", 12. So 3 foot will be underneath. And then I'll put the wires on like I've done over there. And I'm thinking at the moment I'll just have one here and one there, and won't have one in the middle. I think that's close enough. Right, I'm just going to switch you off for a bit because I'm going to be here for a while. That'll look good. Right, I'm going to measure that and I'm going to put a mark there. But I'll see you in a bit. Now this, if you remember, was a pumpkin that my friend brought down from London. He brought the plants down, and now that we're getting frost, it's going to go to mush. So I think I will harvest it, and I don't actually like pumpkin, so I'm going to pop this in the post and send it to London as a surprise. So make sure it's nice and clean for him. Pop that in the post. Look how beautiful the colours are on this sweet gum tree against the blue of the autumnal sky. Beautiful. This doesn't half work the arms and the legs. I think it will definitely be one a day. Although it's coming up to lunchtime now, I wouldn't mind something to eat, so I'm going to head to the butcher's in a minute to get some meat. There you go. I've put a pencil mark so I know how deep to go, and I think only another half a foot and we'll be there. Although that is a good height for picking, so who knows. I don't know yet whether I'm going to put a bit of concrete down just to secure them, because this ground is quite soft. I don't know, but what I do know is that the kettle is boiling. There you go, I can just about hear it. There is no sight better than a whistling kettle on an autumnal day. Right, I've already put the milk in. And close the lid, and then no creepy crawlies will walk in there. This is what it's all about to me. Nice cup of tea. Right, let's go and sit with Ollie. See what he's been up to. Oh, it's quite nice to come in the shade. Yes, when that sun is behind the cloud, it gets quite chilly. And then it gets boiling. Oh, it's nice to sit here, have a bit of wind coming over the old brow. And I've been watching a few of the bees earlier on. I'm going to put a pot or something in front of the shed, in front of the pot that's already there, because I can put my tea bags there then, like that. Oops. Right, I'm going to have this. I'll pop up the butcher's, get a sandwich, and then I'm going to head home. See what the cats are doing. They're in the garden. I'm watching them on the CCTV. They're enjoying the sun as well. Oh, it's been a good morning. Well, it's coming up to 1 o'clock. I need to bring a clock down. Something I can have outside, because it is handy just... In fact, I could put it above the gate there. It is handy just to keep an eye on things. I did have that big clock, didn't I? But I think the winter killed it. I'll have a look on Amazon, see if there's anything there. Oh, beautiful. And if this was any longer, I might stretch out and have a sleep. Oh, the arms have certainly been worked. Oh. Right, I'm going to enjoy this. And I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.